All right, so we do have a social after
It's
this
during
meeting,
the day,
you know.
it's fine.
That's where we're gonna have a live auction.
That's
We're
fair.
gonna do the photo contest. Pictures are gonna be sold. We're gonna have a great time. So actually, we're not doing that right
That's
now.
Mark.
But we're gonna have a great time. And we hope you guys can join us. But we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. We're gonna do the COPARC update real quick. For those of you that were part of it. We're just going to go through this real quick, just for the sake of time. But, again, here you go. Welcome to the COPARC 2024 update. Here's our sponsors again. None of this would be possible, none of the work we did this year would be possible without all of these different people, and we're super grateful for all the different organizations here. Again, there's our steering committee. You've already met most of them. A handful of us are still hanging around. We'll be at the social ready to talk and hang out with y'all.
Yeah, so, just to recap, some of our, higher standing members. Hunter Johnson is our senior co-chair, and this is actually his last year as senior co-chair. So he is going to take a nice little break and a nap once this meeting is done. I am the current junior co-chair and will be stepping up to the senior co-chair position for the next year, which I'm looking forward towards. And we will find a
We don't know who our junior co-chair is going to be yet. We do that in voting after the meeting. Stephanie's, as of right now, going to remain our treasurer. We're going to still see how things go after the meeting. And then Sean McMullen's our liaison as of now, and probably will remain so after the meeting for Southwest. What we've been doing this year, a couple general updates. We've been working with Colorado Parks and Wildlife on the State Wildlife Action Plan. We're starting to get the ball rolling there and get the knowledge in the right hands for what we've been doing, developing data sets, so that it can be actually put into place for different management guidelines and things going forward for the next 10 years of conservation in the state. We've also been working with CPW and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to be able to develop a task force team kind of for working on poaching that's occurring in Colorado that we believe is either starting to ramp up or has been at levels that has not been sustainable for a few years now, and Colorado Parks and Wildlife's getting the ears on it, and so are we. And so we're trying to work together to come up with those kinds of things, as well as the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service getting involved in that. We also are working with the Habitat Wildlife Roundtable, which works directly with the director of CPW. So we go and we work with him, we talk with him, and have discussions. I think we have another one this month sometime.
Sweet. I know a lot of you actually came up to me and a few other steering committee members and expressing your interest and appreciation for our species accounts that we were putting on the website. Well, we don't have full species accounts for every species yet. We do have updated maps for every single species, and we are starting to get some, photo ID guides, which I know a lot of people would like to use and refer to. Currently, I have actually just finished all of the ones for the amphibians in the state of Colorado, and they all look similar to this cognatus that we have there, which just points out different, descriptive features, and the maps are updated and will be updated every year along with them. Just to point out kind of how our maps work and how we've updated them. Graham, first one on the back there, raise your hand, Graham. He's been working very hard and diligently on making these maps as we have been checking records and updating them. You can see that there's a legend straight down the middle, very easy to see, and it's colorblind friendly, as I can confirm. And yeah, on the right, we have added a little bit of a habitat description section, which is helpful for folks who look at these county maps but don't really know what information to look for whenever you're trying to get to a more specific, part of the range, trying to find that stuff. And so the habitat, sections we hope are going to be very useful for people who are going to start relying on these maps for going out and observing these species in the wild.
And Graham is the GIS wizard behind this, but it takes a whole team to get all of the information together to throw these maps together. We have to comb through all of the museum records since '99. We've done just about every sort of research you can in every publication possible to look for county records, and we've also been working with people in the field as these things come out and as these things are updated within the year. Even if things aren't published, they're on the map.
And we're also looking very closely at iNaturalist and contacting people through that in order to make sure that these records are legitimate and represented as well.
So last year we did this awesome meeting, and this year we just did even more. But we did 75 members last year at the Colorado Parks and Wildlife headquarters. It was a fantastic meeting. Dr. Alyssa Bailey was our keynote. She did a phenomenal job, and it was super great to get her on a year she wasn't at Todos Santos campus. We have many other great speakers, and we had 25 entries into our photo contest, with our great winner being Caden Myers last year, with a phenomenal Western coach with her. So we are going to do that, announce those winners for this again in a little bit. And last year we were actually able to raise over $2,000 for COPARC, and that's what's been able to generate the funds that keep this meeting going, that keep the field trips going. So again, just know every dollar that you guys donate through silent auction, through t-shirts, all of that goes straight back into COPARC. It's just getting things to grow bigger and better and to get more people involved.
So some of the surveys that we have done in the past year include our Southeast Colorado Herd Monitoring, which we do as one big survey open to the entire membership, and that we do as a steering committee with additional partners throughout the season. We had a spring survey at Bluff Lake Nature Center down in the Denver metro area, and we had a ongoing City of Boulder Parks and Recreation survey and monitoring effort, which Anthony was pivotal in organizing and running, as well as some surveys in the Rocky Mountain Arsenal Refuge.
So we did a little bit of work in the Rocky Mountain Arsenal Refuge this year. 3 of us went out there and did a quick survey for a day with some of their volunteers. They just asked for some COPARC people to come out and just help their people understand, on a bio blitz, the herp aspects. We looked at plenty of ducks and plants and other stuff. But the highlight for us was a lesser earless lizard. So that was a really cool find for Adams County, specifically in the Arsenal Refuge. And we're actually going to be following up with them again this year, and we'll be doing a full-blown COPARC survey out there. So look forward to details on that. Again, we want to thank Anthony Berardi and the City of Boulder. Anthony took charge on this project with the City of Boulder, where they asked us to come out and do leopard frog surveys and general herp inventory work with them this year, and it was a super fun opportunity. Anthony really stepped up big time, took a huge lead on this. If you don't know who Anthony is, that's what Anthony looks like 99% of the time. But we did a great job, and on one of the surveys, Anthony, myself, and Hayden were able to go out and find a leopard frog on a City of Boulder property. And I don't know, Nat, the last time you guys had him there, but it's been a while.
Yeah, I think
2016.
Yeah, so it's been a while. We were really stoked about that. Anthony put a lot of work into this project, and it just want to be acknowledged in that. And then the City of Boulder was phenomenal. And so we just hope that we can continue to contribute to their data set. We got 7 herb species on this survey. We probably had an 8th one, but we missed the northern water snake. And then we were able to get 40 observations throughout multiple of their properties.
Last year for our spring survey, we went to Bluff Lake Nature Center, which is in the Denver metro, as I mentioned. It is a 123-acre park, which historically has had a lot of developments, and a lot of different hands have been in that pot. And they reached out, well, through some communication with me and some of the folks working there, we actually organized a survey and went out. And if any of you guys were there, you remember it started off with an absolute bang. In the end, we made 110 observations within a matter of about, I think, 4 hours was the length of that survey, with 12 species. One of them, the line snake photographed there, having never been recorded there before. Shout out to Maxwell. And yeah, it was a fantastic opportunity for us to collaborate with a partner that we've never worked with before, and a partner that is in an area that doesn't get a lot of our attention when it comes to surveys. And yeah, we will potentially try to coordinate some more surveys with them in the future. But yeah, it was fantastic, and we hope to pick up where we left off.
And then we went into 2023 Southeast Colorado work this year, and we just went, I don't know, what was the expression used here earlier, Alex? What was the one? Gangbusters. We were gangbusters out in the Southeast this year. And so we had over 80 volunteers at our COPARC survey this year. It's our largest survey we've ever had, and we had to cap it because at a certain point I was just like, at Bogo Canyon, you can't fit more than that many people. And so we were actually able to do surveys in Otero, Bent, Los Animas, Prowers, and Pueblo counties. We had surveyors in the steering committee and a couple other people that are local to that area surveying from May to October, so they were able to collect additional data. Overall, the subcommittee portion of the project yielded 2 county records. One of them was Max and Caden picked up a green toad in Pueblo County, and then Sean and I finally got the northern water snake in Los Animas County. So that was a super fun opportunity for us. And then overall, it was a huge, huge group effort. And we were able to pick up over 550 observations and 41 species in one weekend. And so everybody that came out to that survey, super thankful for all you guys. And we can't wait to do even more this year. We had over 1,300 total observations done in our subcommittee data set this year. And all of this was records for us. We've never had this many observations or species. And one of the other highlights is we got kicked into gear by the Mackesy team, who found a round-tailed horned lizard out of a new area. And so we're like, heck, let's try our hand at it. And we found a shed skin off the back of a round-tailed horned lizard. So that's the second closest thing you can try. I mean, it's not quite as good as the Mackesy team, but we try and live up to their standards sometimes. So we got second best this year in that regard, but that's okay. But either way, super stoked. And as you can see, honestly, all it was about was just giving people the opportunity to get out to Southeast Colorado. So we want to do that again this year, and we're going to do it again this year. July 12th through the 14th of 2024, we're going back to Southeast Colorado. It's going to be a blast. Me, Remi, and 78 of our closest friends, and we hope you can join us for that awesome trip. This spring or fall, we're not sure yet. The Rocky Mountain Arsenal Refuge is also going to have a survey. And then we're going to do, the city of Louisville has requested some property surveys as well this year. So we're going to be working with them as well, either in the spring or the fall.
Yep. Another survey that we are hoping to do in, May, June time is going to be doing a West Slope survey, probably in the Mesa County area. We are going to try to partner with the National Park Service and Dr. Danita Weeks, who we have had, partnerships and worked with in COPARC for a couple years now. That is still in the works, so we can't make any promises, but it is something that I'm working on tomorrow. So, yeah, more about that whenever it's available. We are also going to be doing more opportunities as they come. I have had many conversations today about multiple people who would like to participate in, the work we do, and we would like to participate back in the work that they do. And so we are open to more collaborations, and we would like to see this list be twice to maybe 20 times as big, next year.
I love that, but
yeah. In addition, we are going to be doing more education, more engagement with our members and folks who may not have had any experience with native herbs, whether that is going to nature centers, nature groups, being asked to do talks at other organizations. We'll do them as they come, and as well as that, we are going to try to finish the species accounts as soon as possible. We are going to be kicking into high gear, trying to finish all the ID guide photos and working on the species accounts as we, try to complete that and work on a book that we might be helping with in a couple of years.
we're going to end up with this being the last bit of this meeting. We have a couple things. I want to bring Tim up here real quick. For those of you that don't know Tim's been a part of COPARC for the entirety of its existence. He moved to Florida. The man's back now. He wants to be part of the family again. I get it. It's cool. He missed us. He got a quick announcement.
Hey, real quick, can we give these two guys a hand? What a great Come to the social. We're going to have a great time. You can buy Remi a beer. You can talk to Steve. You can talk to Jeff.
Remi's going to be
we always have fun. One of the best parts of COPARC is the community, the camaraderie. So come join us. We're going to have a lot of fun.
And that's going to be at Avogadro's number. If you want that, just look in the agenda. It's right there. And we hope to see you all there. We're going to do another, like I said, that live auction, which is always fun. And there's going to be some opportunities to get the hands on those prints out there. And it's going to be great. The other thing is we're going to announce the photo contest winner now and the herp quiz winner now.
To add on to the social night, when you get to Avogadro's number, you can walk in there, order whatever food you want, a drink, but we have the stage room reserved, all right, from 4:30 to 6. So when you get there, ask where the stage room is, and they'll direct you, and that will be our space. We'll be sharing it with a band who will be setting up and performing at, I think, 7, but, for the hour and a half we have, it's going to be a fantastic time, but, do remember that stage room. That's where we'll be. Otherwise, you might just be walking around not recognizing anyone. So.
Couple things real quick before we announce those winners. If you won a Hammerson book today, there's the one in the silent auction, and then the winners of the herb quiz is going to get one. Jeff will be signing those after the end of the meeting, so we'll be doing that. I've also got a list of people that won silent auction items, so if you hear your name, take note so that you can come pay out at the front as soon as we're done here. Thomas Winter, Aaron Booths, Bo, Ellery Lassiter, Dan, Carl, and Sarah Daniel. So if you heard your name called, just go to the front table at the very end of all this, and you won something in the silent auction. And yeah, and if you happen to come across one of those books that you won, come see us in here at the end, and we can get that taken care of for the signing piece. I think Hayden's grabbing the winning pictures right now, but the winner of this year's herb quiz is Andrew Dubois. Second place in this year's quiz is last year's winners, Max Soul and Katie Myers. Came up close, but couldn't repeat. So we'll work out prizes with you guys to get your stuff signed. And then Hayden's got the winning prints right here. Do you know who won each one?
Honestly,
Well, I guess just hold them up and be like, hey, if you want, go start from fifth.
yeah. So, in number 5, with, I want to say,
Just
9 votes, we have this picture of a prairie or Hopi rattlesnake by Anthony Berardi. So, congratulations. Number 4, we have the picture of this true prairie rattlesnake by Barron. Yeah?
That's kind of.
All right. Number 3, we have a long-nosed leopard lizard headshot.
Remi.
Number 2, we have this greater shorthorn lizard. Number 1, honestly, I have no idea who submitted this picture, so please claim your image when I show it. It's this racer.
Hey!